everyone, welcome back to another video with Mintay papers. So today I want to create a banner using Floral book 1 and 2 and the new basic book number 3. So what I've done is I've taken one sheet of each of the colour from the basic book 3 and I've cut flowers from the Floral books 1 and 2 to match the background paper. So I'm showing you there the flowers that I've already cut and put together onto the papers that match and coordinate with the flowers. The papers themselves, the light on one side and slightly darker on the other, so it's a perfect layering opportunity if you want to use one sheet and use the front and the reverse for your project. So for my banner, what I'm going to be doing is creating some layers using some tag dies, and I'll be using these tag dies upside down along with some 3D embossing folders which I'm going to be embossing on one of the layers. So what I'm showing you is the first step. So for the blue, I've taken the darker shade and cut the larger die, and then with the lighter shade I've taken the smaller die, and then I'm also going to pass that through the embossing folder to create some beautiful detail on that paper. Also, using the tiny scraps, I am going to be using like a tab die, and that will be put on the center of each of the tag shapes with a letter, and I'm using an alphabet die set from Tonic Studios, which is going to create the word create, and I'll be using some white cardstock just to create those alphabets, and that is going to create my whole banner with the theme of this rainbow floral effect and the word create running through all of them. So this is basically going to create each of the pennants using the tags for my banner. So you've got the layers, the flowers, and you can see I've already cut them out for all the colours, and don't they just look so beautiful? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first letter, which is the C, and I'm going to put all those layers together with you, and I'll explain what I'm doing as I'm going to do that. So the first thing I want to do is highlight that embossed detail on that beautiful pale lilac colour, and I'm just using some embellishment mousse, and it's going to give me a slight highlight and a bit of a pearl luster on the embossed areas, and then I'm going to be layering that on top of the larger pennant. So I'm calling it pennant now. It is a tag die, but it's going to create my banner pennant. So I've got to the side there some lace, some trim, just a few bits and pieces I'll be using, some pearl trim as well. And what I want to do is just create like a layered effect using some lace. So the first lace that I'm putting down is going to go on all the little sections, and this will create like a dangle effect on the bottom of each of the sections, and I think it looks really, really beautiful and really shabby as well. For my adhesive today, I'll be using a combination of some 3mm double-sided foam pads and also some hot glue for some instant stickiness. my flowers now. So I've got a really nice selection of different shades of purple from the Floral Books 1 and 2, and what I like to do with some of the flowers is I just like to mold them in my hand, give them little creases. Some are going on double-sided foam, some are going flat. I'm sticking them down with hot glue, and I just like to create some shape by molding them in my hand. It just gives it that extra dimensional look. The other thing with these flowers is if you've got some that are large or too big, you can always snip into them. Don't forget that at the end of the day, it is your artwork, your craft. You can snip into it. There's no rules as where you can cut and where you can't. So just have a play and just create whatever you like and however you like. So now for some extra texture on my piece here, I want to add some texture paste, and on top of that texture paste I'm going to add these 3D embellishment balls, and that's just going to create some more interest and a bit more of that shabby chic look. I'm also taking a bit of pearl string and I'm going to be just sticking it down in random areas just to give some more, again, texture and interest, and it looks really nice with that pearl luster. And then the final touch to make it look a bit more artsy and mixed media-fied, if that's a word, I'm just adding a bit of gesso to the edge of my pennant now, and that's going to finish my first piece. So I hope you can sit back and enjoy the rest of the video. I have missed out on the segment with the R, but you'll get the gist of it. They're all done in a similar way. So the R is missing, but you'll see how that one looks. That's the red one, and the rest of them are all recorded. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will speak to you at the end of the vid. Okay, so here are all the sections ready and done, and you can see they are there. I'm sorry I missed the clip. So what I've done is I'm going to turn them around and I'm going to add some of this baker's twine to create the holding of the actual banner together. And that's going to be, I was going to add lace, but you don't want it to be too stiff because you want it to be quite fluid when it's hanging on the wall. So that's why I've opted for the baker's twine there. The other thing I've done is with the scraps of the papers, you can see I've got bits of papers left. I've just taken a 1-inch circle punch and I'm going to stick some hot glue behind them so that it's extra reinforcement for the baker's twine, so that I know it's not going to be budging or it's not going to come away from the actual pennant. So that finishes my beautiful banner for today, which says create. I absolutely love the layers, the colors, and it's all using Floral Book 1 and 2 and Basic Book 3. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.